10 లక్షల రూపాయల ఆర్థిక సాయం ఏదైతే ఇస్తామని చెప్పారు మీ మేనిఫెస్టోలో, దాన్ని కూడా దయచేసి మరి దీనికి అనుసంధానం చేసి మరి ఆ నిరుద్యోగ యువత ఎవరైతే
to the backward class of citizens who are not adequately represented. If the state, while discharging that duty, finds that certain categories within the scheduled caste and scheduled tribes are not adequately represented, and only the people belonging few of the categories are enjoying the entire benefit reserved for scheduled caste and scheduled tribes, can the state be denied its right to give more preferential treatment for such categories? In my view, the answer would be in the negative, since the same would not amount to tinkering with the presentation list. No doubt that if the state decides to provide 100% of the reservation for scheduled caste to one or more categories enlisted in the presidential list in that state to the exclusion of some categories, it may amount to tinkering with that list, because in effect, it would amount to denial of benefit of reservation to those scheduled caste categories which have been excluded. In my view, that would in effect amount to deletion of the said categories from the presidential list notified under Article 341 of the Constitution, which power is exclusively reserved with the Parliament. In my opinion, such exercise would not be permissible. The ground realities cannot be denied. Even amongst the scheduled caste, there are some categories who have received more inhuman treatment for centuries and generations as compared to other categories. The hardships and the backwardness which these categories have suffered historically would differ from category to category. In my view, therefore, merely because they are part of a single or combined presidential list, it cannot be said that they form a part of a homogeneous group. I therefore have no hesitation in holding that E.V. Chinnaya has been wrongly decided. The concept of subclassification was sought to be attacked on the ground that this would lead to giving reservation for political reasons. It was argued that a political party power to the political advantage may provide special treatment to a particular class, the scheduled caste. I see no merit in the argument. In a case like the present one, if a classification is made, it will have to be established that the group carved out from the larger group is more disadvantageous and not adequately represented. The result of classification would be to provide more preferential treatment to this more disadvantageous and less represented group. The ultimate object would be to achieve real equality amongst all the subgroups in the larger group. In any case, as has been held by judicial pronouncement, when the state does such an exercise, it will have to be supported by an empirical data. Unless the state or the commission comes to a finding that the group carved out needs special treatment, is more disadvantageous and not adequately represented as compared to the other categories in the group, such as subclassification would not stand the scrutiny of the law. I therefore find that the fear that is posed not substantiated. I find that the attitude of the categories in the presidential list opposing such a classification is that of a person in the general compartment of the train. Firstly, the persons outside the compartment struggle to get into the general compartment. However, once they get inside it, they make every attempt possible to prevent the persons outside such a compartment from entering it. In fact, what the people belonging to the categories who are availing large term reservations and denying a special treatment to the less privileged amongst them are doing is what the people from the higher caste have done to those people for centuries, as a result of which backward classes were kept away from the mainstream of the society for ages, for no fault of theirs. Only on account of the principle of social and economic justice, as enshrined under the Constitution, they have availed themselves of the benefits of special treatment. However, when the state endeavors to ensure that the said benefit percolates to more underprivileged and less adequately represented, the sections from the scheduled caste who oppose them stand in the shoes of those who oppress them. In M. Nagaraj, the court also applied the principles of quantifiable data and creamy layer even in case of scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. The correctness of the same was considered by General Singh. Though General Singh held that insofar as applicability of quantifiable data on the backwardness insofar as scheduled caste and scheduled tribes is concerned, M. Nagaraj was not correct. However, insofar as the applicability of creamy layer principle even to scheduled caste and scheduled tribe is concerned, It upheld the view taken in Emraj. In doing so, General Singh is basically relying on the judgment of 7-judge bench of this court in N.M. Thomas. The view taken in General Singh has also been approved in Davinder Singh. The correctness of the view taken in General Singh and Davinder Singh is not questioned. However, in the present reference, we are dealing with the question about equality amongst the group of unequals. I find it appropriate to consider the said issue also. Being the children of the parents from the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe, who on account of benefit of reservation have reached a high position and cease to be socially, economically, and educationally backward, and the children of parents doing manual work in the villages in the same category would defeat the constitutional mandate. However, I may observe that taking into consideration that the Constitution itself recognizes the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe to be the most backward sections of the society, the parameters for exclusion from affirmative action of the person belonging to this category may not be the same as applicable to other classes. If a person from such a category, by buying the benefit of reservation, achieved a position of a fuel or maybe a sweeper, he would continue to belong to a socially, economically, and educationally backward class. At the same time, people from this category